This wasn't actually made for the Bat film, was it? It was not Bruce Wayne's bike.
This was not, in fact, made for the Batman film. Actually, you made that up.
Howdy guys, what's happening? So, remember this video? Well, ever since we released that, our DMs have been blowing up with requests from you guys for more information about this build. So, I managed to twist these guys' arm, get the bike out here, and we're gonna do a full rundown of everything head to toe on this build. And so I've got Jackie O here from Meister Engineering to run through everything that he knows. Well, I mean, it looks like a Batbike. I mean, it's
definitely could
the color scheme, everything. It looks like something that Bruce Wayne would be, you know, bombing down in between buying up hotels and spelunking.
Absolutely. The theme was full black, and I think we achieved that. And definitely is something Batman would be seen riding.
Right. So off the top, what is the bike? What's the base?
So the base for this bike is, we'll lay it over the screen here, looks nothing like this. It's a 1985 BMW K75S.
K75S, and it's a triple cylinder.
This is, yeah, correct. This is a 3-cylinder, 4-stroke, inline, water-cooled BMW engine. This is actually one of the first models that they made with fuel injection. Oh
wow, and this is actually quite a rare model. Normally they're inline 4s, right? They're not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they come in many variations. You have the K75, the K100, and the K1100. So as soon as you get to K100, that's the 4-cylinder engine. Whereas, this is its rarer little brother, the K75. So the K series was introduced by BMW to be their first run of fuel-injected bikes. Before that was the R series, and that was all carbureted.
Right. And that was just supposed to be like a super reliable, everyday run-around brick. Well, I mean, it's like a car engine in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you guys will see it laid over. These things were squares. They were flying bricks.
And now what you've done to it is something pretty extraordinary.
It was the natural evolution for BMW back then. You know, when this was released, it was the height of technology, and fuel injection was still new back then. So.
And then this was the natural evolution for Meister.
For Meister, there you go.
So, front end, what have you got here? What are these forks from?
So the front end is something here at Meister, when we do embark on these full projects, it's something we change in its entirety. So here, the forks, we've taken off a modern BMW S1000 RR sport bike that we've anodized black.
They're usually always S1000 RRs, aren't they?
That's what we work with, yeah. So then holding that all together is the triple clamp from Power Brick. So really nice finish here, CNC cut.
Beautifully well.
And that allows us to integrate the Motogadget Motoscope Pro. So integrated really neatly in the bars there.
Moon shape there.
Exactly, yeah. So that's a full LED digital display.
So carrying on from down here, so I love this mudguard. Where's this from? I mean, it feels like you didn't manufacture this yourself, or?
No, so that's actually taken off, again, a modern BMW R9T.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So quite a sporty bike, and then we've...
So you've almost got kind of 3 different BMWs.
Exactly.
S1000, R9T, a K75.
Exactly.
And that came with the Brembo calipers.
So naturally, when you upgrade these forks, you've got to upgrade it to this modern braking system to go with it. So here we've got double Brembos at the front, with a nice beefy disc on there. And that's mounted on some fairly premium...
Some serious stopping power.
Yeah, exactly. So that's mounted on a fairly premium John-ish spoked wheels. Exactly, yeah.
Is that a local company to Switzerland?
No, I think they're American. Yeah.
They're American.
American brand, yeah. So,
and these are, what do we call these?
These are some nice knobbly Pirelli STRs.
Pirelli STRs.
Scorpion Rally STR.
I love these. This whole front end from kind of here onwards just reminds me of like the Husqvarna Spark Pillen and Vitpillen series, right?
It's got a nice chunky front end.
Rugged cafe racer, but neo modern feel to it.
Exactly.
I absolutely love that. So kind of up here attached, you got
LSL clip-on bars, fresh Gazzini LED headlight with some aluminium bar end mirror.
I mean, even the clamps you've got for the headlight. I mean, you've spared no. Spared no Swiss franc on this thing.
And so you'll see here the switching is actually all been cut and integrated into the bars here, wired through the clip-ons.
Oh, wow, look, you've cut out so it sits on.
Exactly, these are like some more minimalist bars. So here you got the indicators.
Can you even feel that through gloves? I guess we'll find out later. So what do we got? So you got indicators very delicately put there.
Exactly.
What's
horn.
this one here? That's a
the
horn? Okay.
Over this side you got the starter,
Right.
and then you got the headlight switches here.
Simple.
Yeah. And then actually to operate this
Right.
Motogadget thing, you've got a secret hidden button. And I wonder if you can
that
locate it. Yes.
I was almost jumped ahead.
So discreetly mounted there in the center of the triple clamp.
Is that the ejector?
That's the
Shoots
ejector
out.
seat, exactly. No, that's the rockets for Batman.
That's the rockets for Batman.
So this is actually the button that
That's
we integrate
really
here
smart.
in the triple clamp here, and that's what changes the menus.
So you can cycle through all the different, right,
So you've got all
tachometer,
your-
speed, trip, and etc.
There you go.
So clean, I love that. And I bet, we're going to add some B-roll here, but I bet that lights up.
Yeah,
Is
that
it
glows a nice red.
Goes a nice, there we, of course, even better.
Yeah.
Batman red. Moving back here, I mean, this tank, what prompted this color scheme? What was this kind of matte titanium gray almost?
So this was a bike where we worked closely with the client,
Okay.
and they just wanted something that tied in nicely with the full black look, but not to do a full black motorcycle. There
Right.
wanted to be some differentiation between the colors, and we landed on this, and I think it turned out incredibly.
This is the original gas tank.
This is the original
Right.
petrol tank. Yeah, exactly.
Is this original?
Nope. So this is
what do
a
you call
custom CNC petrol cap, the tank cap. And,
the original, what was it, kind of like plastic?
Plasticky, exactly. Something you can get a key in and twist off. Whereas this is now a CNC cut BMW logo.
I see
Exactly,
with that
so-
kind of indents there. Just going, I mean, is this a kit that Meister do from this kind of top end with the seat and the tail unit, or is this specific to this bike that you
So
designed?
far on the front, apart from the triple clamp, it's not necessarily a kit, but
Right.
then that kind of segues us on nicely to the rear of the bike here. This is a custom CNC kit for the rear of these bikes. They do it for the K100, the K75, and this is actually a part that we've managed to get homologated here in Switzerland.
So you bought the part, you got it tried and tested, homologated, so it's street legal, everything. You can
Exactly.
attach these to any K75 100s.
Exactly.
Right.
So we've got this part homologated here in Switzerland. That's why we've got our branding here at the back. See,
Oh, that's cool.
engraved into the swing arm.
Oh, that's
linkage here.
cool. Can you guys engrave anything on there? I can get a little secret
for sure.
message.
And so this kit basically allows us to really free up the rear of the bike.
Right.
You could mount your plate somewhere else and have a completely open rear of the bike there. And it also
Yeah,
allows
it
you,
floats on this side. I guess from here you won't see the swing arm, but you'll see some B-roll here. It's just floating from this side.
Exactly, really opens up the rear of the bike where it would have had these massive fairings on it. The full rear of the bike floating, and this kit actually allows us to lie the rear shock horizontally,
Yeah, I've seen that.
whereas originally it would have been vertically mounted and attached to the rear frame. And
So it was a monoshock originally.
exactly.
So it was a monoshock, and it was kind of came up here.
Exactly.
So this, what is there any kind of performance or handling
Obviously-
reason why you would or upgrade? Why
I
you
mean,
would do
it
this?
looks fantastic.
Right.
Looks are definitely a big thing here.
It
at
follows the
Meister.
line of the swing arm there.
Follows the line of the frame and the swing arm there. But also, I mean, as soon as you're upgrading shocks, you'll definitely have a better on-road feel.
Interesting.
Stiffen
So
it up.
having that parallel than vertical.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And so this kit is actually it's a heavy-duty modification.
Right.
For these, we really have to chop the K series motorbikes in half, and it's a full rear frame replacement.
Pretty much from here back, it's an
Exactly.
entirely new bike.
Exactly.
And then same, what do you call the John Tech? What do you call it?
Johnich. Yeah.
Johnich.
So
Johnich
the rear
rims,
spoked
same
wheel
as-
from them. I mean, these wheels are just amazing.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
mean, they look beautiful on there.
fantastic.
Okay, so it's not a hub, it's a disc on the rear.
Yep. So still a disc brake.
And then it's just floating all on this side. I mean, it reminds me of like those Panigales that always have those single-sided swing arms. Mass exhaust. This just reminds me just a very simple muffler that you've got here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly simple exhaust. We work quite closely with Mass on a variety of our projects.
Right.
We're actually the Swiss distributor for Mass.
Okay, that makes sense. So you had the R9T, that slash cut hot rod style.
We like to mount those ones pretty often.
Right. I mean, talk me through this. Is there any lights come through these vents here?
Yep. So
They
you
do?
can have the rear running light coming out of there. On this specific build, we went for 3-in-1 indicators.
I didn't even see that.
Exactly.
Oh
yeah,
my
they're
gosh.
So small, just mounted on the
Wow.
side there.
Who make these? Do you-
They're from one of our distributors here in Switzerland.
Right.
3-in-1 function, so you've got the running lights, the brake lights, and indicators.
And indicators, well, okay, all in one. And you can have that fully legal here in Switzerland. You can have them integrated into the same, right?
Exactly. And then we've got the plate mount here, which we received quite a few comments on our Instagram post. People think it's a rather precarious place to mount it, and it is. You got to take the bumps slowly.
Oh, they think you're going to hit the. I mean,
once you've got the weight of the rider and you take a bump,
with your cape and all your kit.
Calls.
Oh, really?
We've had some close calls.
Oh, wow. I mean,
haven't lost a plate yet.
No, I was going to say. I mean, you've got some clearance.
You got some
I guess you can adjust the shock to basically bottom out.
Yeah, once you know the new buyer.
Well, not bottom out, but stop, right? This seat here, I mean, what is this?
This is one of the materials that our saddle maker Pascal works with. And so this was a fully custom seat.
Just fully waterproof, it looks like.
Yeah. And then what's nice is that, you know, when you've got your jeans on or your belt buckle, the seat comes pretty high, and when you're in that forwards aggressive position, you're not going to be scratching this beautiful tank.
Yeah, what I love, it just hugs the saddle here. Exactly. Right, it goes down, hugs really neatly. I mean, how thin is that? I mean, is that comfortable? You've ridden this. I haven't ridden this.
I've ridden it. Yeah. It's comfortable enough.
Enough. Yeah. I mean, and then you got some padding for the front here. For me, the star of this bike is this whole piece right here. You've got these triple velocity stacks, gloss painted in black, and then the engine fins here that have been sanded down.
Exactly. So this is part of our blacked out engine package.
Right.
So normally on the Ks, they come with. Some had the black motor originally, but a lot came with this kind of metal finished engine. So this is something we take it off the powder coating.
Okay.
And so then there's many hours that go into then sanding down the fins here on the edge of the engine casing.
Is it all done by hand?
All done by hand here by us. So that takes a couple hours in itself. And then these are quite a talking point in the comments and everyone when they come here to the shop.
And I've just realized as we were talking, you got Rizoma foot pegs here. I mean, Rizoma are, an amazing brand who do all these accessories and rebolts, and I love that you've even put that on there. It's so neat. The clamp, looks like the original clamp that you just swapped out.
These clamps are actually on this specific bike. The first owner wanted a less aggressive position with the legs, because normally when we do these K customizations, there's a different plate that we install that actually puts the foot pegs somewhere back here. And you're really getting in quite a lie-down, flat position, really aggressive on the bars, hugging the tank.
Right.
This owner wanted to have a slightly more comfortable position with the legs a bit more forward, a bit more traditional. So that's how it's mounted currently. So then coming forward, we got these mini-mounted indicators here as well, just like on the back. And I'm going to let you guys in on one of our secrets here. I don't know, Harry, if you take a closer look, can you see what that indicator bracket is?
Oh wait, is that a chain link?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
That is.
So.
Was that intentional? You just found it lying around and go, that'll fit?
Very intentional. So a while back we discovered that they do make the perfect indicator mount. They have exactly the same hole as the threads on our indicators here. And they just make for great little mounts. So we use that on quite a lot of our builds.
That's so neat. And so you have the same on the other side. Oh, and the same here.
Exactly. It's quite a hard process actually, because you got to file down an existing chain.
Right.
All the little bits that are holding it together, and separate them. But,
and then this one's been sprayed black.
Exactly.
That one you've kept. Yeah. That is so neat.
It's a Motogadget aluminium mirror here. Right. For now we only have one mounted.
Okay.
But you could obviously mount the second one.
Just a mirror mounted. And this is actually not actually it's not actually a mirror, is it? It's just really high brushed metal. The Motogadgets.
Yeah.
So can I start her up?
Let's do it, man.